TANKHEAD takes place on an alternate Earth called Earth. It revolves around the Never War, a relentless global conflict that involves three great powers. The Britannica Alliance, the Greater Kaiserian Empire, and the Yamaichi Dominion. Just as the war was about to reach a standstill, the Empire unleashes a new type of weapon, fearsome walking battle armors known as TANKHEADs. The introduction of these new weapons will forever change the face of war on this planet. So before TANKHEADs, the Never War was fought with infantry and tanks with wheels. So for the first few years of the Never War, the Britannica Alliance and the Kaiserian Empire, they primarily engaged in brutal trench warfare, which eventually led to a stalemate. Then the Kaiserian Empire, they discover an ancient artifact buried in one of the Britannican islands. It was the remains of a giant robot knight. They reverse engineer this knight to create the very first TANKHEAD, which they immediately deploy to the front lines against the Alliance to bypass the trenches. With the trenches no longer being an issue, this changed how war had to be fought in this world, and before long, every nation started building their own TANKHEADs, resulting in a new arms race. The three major factions in TANKHEAD were born from a world drowning in never-ending conflict. The Britannica Alliance is a coalition made up of Grand Brittany, Liberterra, West Rosania, and other free-minded countries. They lack a single national spirit, yet members of the Alliance take pride in being a part of such a varied whole. It was this strong sense of camaraderie that made them band together to confront the bellicose Kaiserian Empire. Their military doctrine prioritizes flexibility and interoperability. This is evident in the way they designed their TANKHEAD to be able to adapt to different terrains and missions, often prioritizing mobility and agility. The Greater Kaiserian Empire, on the other hand, is a highly centralized and expansion-driven regime where every word of the Kaiser is considered rule of law. They believe that stability can only be achieved through absolute control. Their military strategy is built on overwhelming force and psychological dominance. Kaiserian TANKHEAD units are deliberately imposing, aggressive in silhouette, and designed to project fear as much as to deliver absolute raw firepower. Last but not least, the Yamaichi Dominion, 100 islands and 100 prefectures united in one dominion by a legendary warlord. No one after has been arrogant enough to dare mount the shogun's throne, so a council of regents diligently take their turn governing over this domain. Steadfast in nature, the Yamaichi lean on their naval power to stay out of conflict and thus were the last to enter the Never War. Rather than competing through scale, they focus on precision, efficiency, and strong defenses. Their TANKHEAD designs reflect this philosophy. The machines are fitted with meticulously crafted armor that provides superior protection, allowing the Yamaichi forces to stand defiant in the face of it all. So each faction's TANKHEAD are inspired by their real-world counterpart nations. The Alliance TANKHEADs, they're based on Allied vehicles. The Kaiserians are based on Germans, and the Yamaichi are based on Japanese tanks. But I also layered some design rules that make them feel a little bit more fantastical. The Alliance TANKHEADs, they're pretty straightforward, but every now and then I would add details from Western World War II soldier uniforms that make them feel like giant soldiers with the Kaiserians, if you look closely, you would see that they're inspired by medieval knights, like medieval European knights. And with Yamaichi, you would see that they have samurai armor elements in their design. Each faction also has, like, they have TANKHEADs that are based on different animal themes. The Yamaichi, for example, most of their TANKHEADs are based on arthropods, creatures like crabs, lobsters, insects, and that sort of thing. We chose the HEIKEGANI as the first release because it's one of the most iconic design of the series, and it's a fan favorite. It truly showcases the spirit of the TANKHEAD design philosophy, which is a tank mech with a whimsical twist. And in this case, it's a tank mech that's based on a crab. I was actually inspired to do this design when I saw the works of the artist Nagiasa61 on Twitter or /X, because this artist, they would take actual crab shells and make molds out of it, and then they would kit bash like tank parts on it, and I thought that was like really cool. I think their work is awesome. I just wanted to give them a shout out, so check out their work. So the HEIKEGANI, it's got a pretty low profile compared to like other bipedal tank heads, and it's also got tremendous firepower that makes it very suitable for guard and for ambush roles. Its six-legged design also makes it very suitable for soft and uneven terrain where a lot of bipedal tank heads would struggle. Mecha is a genre that's near and dear to my heart. It was anime and model kits that inspired me to become an artist. It is my hope that mecha fans from all over the world will enjoy this project, which is it's my personal love letter to the genre. I had always imagined TANKHEAD to be a project that spans across multiple medias so that the fans will have many different ways to enjoy this mecha universe. I've done an illustrated book, apparel, and now model kits with BellFine. I can't really talk about what we're working on next, but please follow at TANKHEAD_mecha and at Bell_fine for more updates. And check out our websites. We have TANKHEAD.jp for Japanese speakers and TANKHEADmecha.com for our English speakers. I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you next time.